Okay, today we're going to talk about these new tail lights that the great folks at Oksiwa sent me for the Jeep JK. They looks like they make halogen headlights and a bunch of other lights, so you might want to check them out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. So y'all check them out, and we're going to go ahead and install these on the JK. Okay, we've got this 2010 Jeep JK two-door Mountain Edition. You've probably seen this on the channel in a few videos a while back. But what we're going to do is we're going to take care of these old dingy taillights. They actually look a lot brighter on camera than they really are. I've had some problems with these taillights in the past. This taillight kept getting filled up with water. I had to drill a hole in the bottom to keep it empty. And these are standard incandescent. They are not LED by any means. So they do look a lot better on screen than they do in real life. They look a lot brighter. But anyhow, so we're gonna take these out and put those new ones in. I don't think my original, I'm not really sure if these original protective brackets will fit. So let's get started. Okay, in the box, as you see, we've got your two tail lights here. It comes with a thank you brochure, probably instruction manual. Very well packaged. It's got some foam in there, and this is the part number there. This says good quality, high brightness, perfect sealing, easy installation. We're going to check it again. There's the screws. We've got this Auto Lamps Volume 1. This says LED fog light installation guide. This is not fog light, so let's see what we got here. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's see what they look like here. They've got this interesting like XZ pattern. Some side lights here. I'm not really sure where the reverse lights are on this. It might be them. We'll find that out. Nope, I bet it's in the middle there. I bet the reverse lights are right there. That's kind of neat. There's your branding there. The harness and a backing plate. So let's see what we have to do. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these Phillips head screws out. I'm going to use this power tool, but you can use a regular Phillips head screwdriver if you like. Okay, now that I've got all four screws out, this should just come right off. There we go. I'll set this right up here for now. And let's see what else happens. Once you get those four screws out, it just pops right out. Very easy installation or deinstallation. Now we're going to unclip the wiring harness. Okay, and basically you just pinch this little thing right here, and then it should come apart. Just like that. Now would be a good time to clean your connectors. So we'll go ahead and take this. Oops, not sure what this is. We'll take a look. Okay, that little piece you saw fall is this little filler here. So as we compare them, let's move this to the side. This is the aftermarket. This is a stock. Aftermarket is a lot beefier, obviously. Let's take a look at the back here. Let's see what we've got going on. Got a much bigger thing here. Not sure what that's about. It's got some tape on there. We'll figure that out in a minute. The plugs look identical except for the color. So should be a plug and play. We're about to find out. Okay, it looks like the adhesive is going to go around the perimeter of the light here. So we are going to clean that off. Yes, it's hot. I have another video on that if you want to look at my little stove. So we are going to use some of this glass cleaner and clean this area here in order to make sure that we have a good adhesive for that light. Or that backing. Okay, we have got the perimeter of that cleaned. I'm going to go ahead and peel off these, and this is actually going to go like no, let's see here. It goes like this. So this little wing there kind of sticks out a little bit, and these catch on the inside. You'll see that in a second. Okay, we are going to take these little hooks back here. They're going to hook behind here, and then we're going to align the screw holes to these factory ones. Okay, it just pop right in, and then make sure these screw holes are aligned. And now we're going to take these supplied screws and enter those in. Now, interesting notation, these have 3 different size of screws. I'm going to have to figure all that out because I do not see in the directions where it says which size go where, so we'll have to figure that out. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these length screws and I put them in here. Each one here, don't tighten it too tight. You don't want to strip them out. Next thing I'm going to do is take the actual light and we're going to plug in the harness. It seems to be plug and play. Okay, now that I've got it plugged in, it looks all we've got to do is affix it to this bracket. And it just kind of fits right up on there, and it looks like we are going to have 2 screws on the side and 2 screws here. And before I go into that, I had to use the longer screws on the outside and the shorter screws on the end. And that's what she looks like. So let's take a look at what they look like side by side when I go turn them on. All right. So, okay, that's what it looks like turning them on. Now I'm going to put on the flashers. That's the flashers. Let me put on the reverse lights. And those are the difference between the reverse lights and the blinker. And remember, while you have your connections apart, it's always good to clean them with a little contact cleaner to get the dirt out of them. Okay, here they are fully installed. Let's see what they look like when I turn them on. Hit the brakes. Okay, so interesting. So let me tell you what I like and what I don't like about them. Okay, I think they look pretty cool. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, I'm not, but some people are. So you judge for yourself how you think they look. I'm more about utilitarian. I just want them to work or not work. But let me tell you the interesting thing that is about these that I may have a little issue with. Okay, first, they stick out quite a bit. So for off-road use, I mean, the other ones are almost flush. These stick out quite a bit. So, you know, bashing on limbs and stuff, I don't recommend these because now if you never go in the woods or off-road and you like the way they look, hey, go for it. But for me, I'm scared about these. And let me tell you another thing. The fit and finish on the front of these is really cool and nice, but the fit and finish and how these are designed, this one is kind of, as you see, still comes apart right here, even though the screws are 100% tightened up. And this one here, you have to put the screw in down here, and the one up here, you can't really get to. So you can't even put a screw here unless you take this whole bracket off, and I'm not doing that. So, anyhow, so this one has, over here on the driver's side, has all the screws in it, and it is still moving around quite a bit. So, if you like the looks, then you can go for these. If you're on for off-road sturdiness, then these are probably not going to be for you. So shout out to the good folks at Oksiwa for sending me these taillights. They may or may not be your thing. I don't think they're my thing, but you know, if you like the way they look and you don't, maybe not looking for long-term reliability, then these might be for you. I'll leave a link for the description out there. These are not for me, I have to say. The looks, I don't really like the looks on them, but some of you might like the looks. That's very, very subjective. But I think objectively, these are not going to last nearly as long as even the stock ones. So hopefully y'all can use this to make a great informed buying decision. Have a great day.